What is going on, guys? Kimo755 here, and we finally finished the trophy for buried zombies on Black Ops 2 Mind Games. So this is the tutorial on how to do it. So let's get it started. So the first thing you'll need to do is build the news. So the first part for the news is right next to Vulture 8, and it's in the church right over here. And then you're gonna have to just take it over and take it to this. Well, I'm gonna show you right now this thing right next to the courtyard, and just build this part right over here. And let's go over to the second part. The second part for the news is right in the blacksmith in this corner right over here. And yeah, so now you're gonna have to take it back to the news and build it right over there. Now the third part for the news is right here. You're gonna have to come up here where Huckleberry's cage is, and you're gonna have to. The part that's right over here looks like a pill. Now the last and final step for the news is you're gonna have to come up here again, and you're just gonna go. You're gonna have to go on the bridge and jump downstairs on in the barn, and you're just gonna have to find an antenna-looking part. So we're gonna have to take the antenna, which is right over here, and you're just gonna have to take it, and yeah. So you're gonna have to take it and build it to the news, and you will hear a noise which it's gonna tell you that you actually completed the building of the news. So I'm gonna show it to you in just a sec. So there was the sound, and let's go on to the next step of this buried Easter egg. Now the next step of this Easter egg is that you will have to break the glass orbs, which there are four glass orbs. So the first orb is located right next to the church. It is right over here, right at the back, and you're just gonna have to break them. So here's the first one. Next orb is going to be located. You're gonna have to come on the second floor of the courtyard, and you're gonna have to go through the cave, and you're just gonna have to keep on running until you find the orb. So I'm gonna show to you where it is. You're just gonna have to go over that bridge, and then you're just gonna have to pass a quick revive and just keep going. You're gonna have to also jump over that hole. Don't fall into it because then you might die. And here's this second orb. Perhaps one of my erstwhile companions will find a use for this. Now the third orb is right next to the saloon, right over here. And yeah, so just break it, and now we're left with only one orb. Now the fourth and last orb is located right next to the witch's house. So now you're just gonna have to go right next to it, right over here, and it's in these bushes. And now we finished the second step of the buried Easter egg, and let's get on to the next one. So right after you have broken the orbs, there will be a purple lantern, which is flying right over the map. It spawns randomly, so you're gonna have to find it. And right after you take it down, you're just gonna have to pick it up. So the next step is that you're gonna have to feed Huckleberry candy right next to zombies so we can kill them, and you're gonna have to fill up the lantern with souls. So you're gonna hear a dinging sound right when you picked up a soul and filled it in the lantern. So right when you fill up the lantern fully with souls, the dinging sound will stop, and then you'll know that the lantern was fully filled up with souls. So let's go on to the next step. Now you're going to need to go on top of the blacksmith from the saloon. So just like this, and you're gonna have to jump, and you're gonna see a purple lantern sign, and you're just gonna have to build the lantern on the wall, and then you're gonna see a code coming up on the wall, which is right there, and then you're gonna have to hit signs with the galvanucles. So you're gonna have to buy galvanucles until an electric shock called the wisp is going to come up, and you're gonna have to recharge it with souls, zombie souls. So I'm gonna show you right now. Now before hitting the signs, you're just gonna have to get the time bomb from the mystery box. Right over here, and so you're gonna have to throw the time bomb before you hit the signs. Now, after hitting the signs in the right order, after hitting the last sign, the wisp will finally appear, and you're gonna have to train zombies in its path so it can recharge. So, yeah. And quick note: the order of the signs always changes. So every game, so it's not always the same. And you're gonna have to help it reach the news. So right here we are training zombies. So the first time we do this, you're gonna have to train them in the barn and right next to the gunsmith. And you're always gonna have to stay next to it so it doesn't die out. If you stay far away from it, it's gonna die out. And now just gonna go in front of the saloon. Just make sure you have a lot of zombies being trained in front of his path. And right after it reaches the news, you're gonna have to go back in time. And just repeat the process. So now three bells will appear in three locations. So the first three bells are going to be in the courtyard. So the first bell, which it'll be right on the desk of the judge. So I'm going to show you right now. It's right over there. And the second bell is right over here on the table. And the third bell is right here in the corner on the bench. So the next three bells are in the candy shop. So first of all, you're gonna have to go on the left staircase upstairs, and the first one is on this chair right over here, right when you enter, and the second one is on this table, right over here, and the third one is right next to a kettle, on this table right over here. Now the last three bells are in the barn. So the first bell is on this haystack right over here, right behind the wooden plank. The second one is right next to the bridge, also on a haystack. And the last one is right over here in the far end, right in the corner, right over here. Now you're going to need to come through the witch's house, and you're going to find a lever right over here. And now the order is vertical to horizontal, and again it always changes. So whenever you hit the right bell, you're going to get a green light, and if you don't, it's just going to reset. After you finish hitting the bells correctly, now we're gonna have to prepare for the last and final step of this buried Easter egg on Black Ops 2 Zombies. So first of all, you're gonna need a player to stay right there in the barn, and then you're gonna have to get another player in this hole in the saloon, just staying there. And the next location where you need a player to stay in is right next to the church. So I'm gonna show you right now, right here. That's me. And next, you're gonna have to have a player staying, sorry, on this rock right over here. Okay, so when you have all your players in the positions, you're gonna have to, one of the players should go to the fountain, which is right next to the church and right next to the witch's house, which is like pretty much in the middle, and it's gonna give you the option to make a wish, and then like targets will appear in various locations near the players, and this is the most frustrating part. It we had four tries at the Easter egg, and the fourth try we actually made it, and we wasted pretty much over 5 hours on this last step, all combined through all of our tries, and we finally did it right over here. And yeah, so it took us pretty much 3 months to finish this. So yeah, so here are the first targets. And right after you finish the targets, after all of the four players got all of their targets, and you're gonna get all the perks, and they're gonna be permanent. Like if you die and somebody revives you, of course, you're gonna still have them. So yeah, it's a great reward, and you actually finally finish the Easter egg. So yeah, and here are gonna be the last few. Yeah, here are the last targets. Right after you finish, Cue the perks. Right over there. Now here are the targets in the saloon. And I advise you to not just straight just jump in to the targets. Just make the wish and like try to memorize where the targets appear because they appear in a certain order. So yeah, I advise you to do that before jumping in to the targets. And also, every single player gets the permanent perks. And these are the last targets. And the perks will come up. Now these are the targets for the witch's house. So this is me right over here. So let's jump into it. And the last targets are as shown. And of course the perks will show up. Now these are the last targets. So this is how you make the wish. You just go over to the fountain. And yeah, so now these are the last targets, which are near the candy shop. And these are the hardest targets to get, and Hashem managed to get them because he's a really good player. And I would really like to thank the whole crew, Yassine. I would like to thank Ronit, which is Ultimate Gamers, and especially Hashem because he led us through this Easter egg, and I couldn't have done it without him. So yeah, I really thank him, and I thank the whole crew for doing the Easter egg with me. So yeah, Hashem is a really good leader. He led us through this Easter egg really well. So yeah, these are the perks which are going to come up, and now we're going to see my reaction because I was so happy. You're going to see I'm going to just change over to the screen in a second. Right over here, this is me, and now I just go crazy, just like in Tower of Babel. I go crazy, and yeah, I just shoot my ram into new model army, and yeah, so thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope this helped you a lot. I really hope it did. So I hope you enjoyed. My name is KilmusSM55, and see ya, guys.
You little freaks will be in trouble when our friend shows up.